Oh, the angry Mexican.
Chunky Nugget, Raging Old Gamer, Tony, Sir James.
Hello, hello.
What's up,
How
y'all?
y'all doing this weekend? Thanksgiving Day weekend. Hopefully y'all had a good time with family and friends. What up, people? Party people. Party people in the house. Okay. So we got to relearn.
Did we? I had never learned this. This is the first time. Or did we play this before?
Capture the Kraken. I don't think we played this before. Maybe we did. Maybe we didn't. I remember the one thing I didn't like was the shoot. Like I wish like there was more cannon rolls. You know, it's like I want to throw tons of dice and stuff.
Like was it? What's
A
the other one?
storm is brewing.
What's the other dystopian war one?
Yeah. Like throw tons of dice like that, right? Yeah. But then that game has its own things, and it's like, huh.
Shooter, this time!
What the?
To be fair, I said there's gonna be loot, not
Who that?
good loot.
The Churral Kid?
The Charal Kid. Thank you very much, Charal Kid, for subscribing and deeming us worthy enough for your subscription. It helps fund the show here. Okay, we are going to be playing Naval Combat, and what's cool about this one is I'm going to be playing a sea monster faction. That's right. I've got a bunch of turtles, anglerfish, squids, and I'm coming after this guy, these dwarves that are daring to disrespect the sea.
Yeah, I'm going fishing.
In addition to any terrain, both players place one small rain squall in their half of the table outside the deployment and not within 6. Each player... What do you mean, rain squall? The hell is it? Each turn, it's rolling for the wind. It will simply move on the clockwise. This represents the storm wind slowly circling the fleets. After moving, the wind rose. The squall. Both players place one small rain squall. I wonder if I have a rain squall token or something. Wind rose, speed markers, loot counters. So we could do that. A storm is a brewing. Or we can just go capture the Kraken. No.
You're already a Kraken.
Maritime patrol. Simple pitch battle between two opposing fleets. Maybe we'll just do that. It is suggested that this scenario is only 3 or 4 ships.
Yeah. We don't care about their suggestions.
Okay. Well, then we'll just pitch battle. Place terrain.
Done.
Okay. Cool. Let's go. So, take a break, show. Burn, dun, dun, dun. Mantic games. Armada. My sea creatures. Trident. Versus Jays.
Dwarven fishermen.
Dwarves.
We're going to have some scallops tonight.
How dare you? You will not.
And some scrimps.
Scrimps are delicious. Okay, let me tweet. Sunday Skirmish, play Mantic games, I see creatures. Okay, so I got that. Okay, scenario. Each player's deployment zone is 6 inches deep and 12 inches from each table edge. We can slowly come aboard. Okay, let's just do a pitched battle here. So that would be like this. Oh, is the play area? I think the play area is normally 4x4.
4x4. Yeah.
The scenarios printed on the following pages assume a minimum playing with a 48x48. That's 4x4?
Yep.
Okay, so if this is 6, then you delete 12 inches, so it'll be 24 inches from each. So 24 inches here.
No, 12 inches.
No, 24, because I'm deleting 12 and 12, and then you need to come in 12 and 12 for the actual deployment.
Oh, okay, I got you. I see what you're saying.
12, and then 6 inches is pretty much the Z. All right. So we're going to do this. Iron Man Phoenix.
Iron Man Phoenix.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll put a giant squid over here. And bring our turtles. Gotta get my turtles. Turtle. Am I not turtle enough for the turtle club? Okay. Done my setup. You do a similar setup. 6 inches out.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Okay, we set up. Okay. Okay. This is just to learn the dang thing, because you probably want to spread the ships out a little bit more to make it more interesting or something. But we'll just go cheat it up a little bit. Okay, set up wind direction. So we got to set up the initial wind direction first.
Okay.
Let me first figure out the wind direction token is right here. So the wind rose north, south, east, west. The direction of the wind is very important and determines the order that ships will activate in a turn. Okay. Unless the scenario being played determines the wind's position, roll a d6. On a 1 through 3, the wind starts blowing from the west. 4 through 6 starts blowing from the east. West or east?
4.
4, that means it's blowing from the east. So it's coming down from that direction. Okay. Initial speed, unless stated otherwise, all ships start at the game at battle speed. Play the game for a specified number of turns. 8 turns is what it is.
Okay.
Place the terrain. We did. Players roll d6s. The player who scores the highest chooses their deployment zone and places one of their models wholly within it. Their opponent does the same. You alternate. Okay. Cool. At the end of the game, both players total up all the point values of their opponent's ships that have been destroyed or surrendered to get their final score. So we're just playing a very, very standard one here. So let me hand you these rules and you can put it off to the side. You got this turn sequence thing over here, which I can burn it off to the side. Now, what is cool about this, it is an armada of sea monsters. That's really awesome. Is that for free, you can go online and you can get the rules for free. And you can actually build lists for free. I got all the rules right here. Here's the Trident realm with all of my creatures. I got a Leviathan, giant squid, gun turtle. I got a Kyre angler, knuckler chariot. The giant Giga, I don't have no more. I have magic instead. But you can then play from right here, and then you can, activate, put its status, surrender, destroyed, change its speed, add damage to it, break damage to it. So this is all free. So I'm really, really happy with Mantic for providing that, because a lot of other, game systems won't do that.
There is. You can get more stuff out of it if you do pay for the subscription.
They do a subscription, as almost all people do, right? So that you can get extra
But the
rules.
basic stuff is free.
Basic stuff is free.
Which
like
is
some of
all
the
you need,
special
really.
rules are listed. When you buy the thing, you'll have the rules here. So you don't need to do the subscription, but if you don't have the cards, then you probably need to do the subscription if you're just doing that. But you don't need to. Okay, so we got our 2 fleets ready to go and set up.
That's good. Good.
So with that, I can use my iPad. Only got 37% battery. I should have charged it before the game. So that's fine. Okay. Roll for the wind from turn 2 onwards. We already know the wind's coming in from the east. Then we go to initiative. Okay. All right, I'm going to need the rule book.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't a reference sheet that I printed.
Okay. Yeah, keep that thing over there.
Why?
Because I don't like rule books.
You don't like them?
No.
All right, well, you just have to...
Just tell me what to do.
Tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Tactical positioning in Armada is very important. Being in the right place at the right time will give you initiative. To represent this, the ships closest to the point where the wind starts activate and move first. So that means everything coming from the east. So this little guy is going to be the first one because I'm further over here. So with those ships furthest away, moving last. We call this activating in initiative order. To find the order in which ships activate, imagine a line running perpendicular to the point of origin with the wind, then move in that direction. Players then get initiative and activate in the order which the line contacts their ships first to last, with each ship moving, shooting, and finally resolving any boarding actions before progressing to the next ship. Where the line contacts 2 or more ships at the same time, the ship with the more experienced crew goes first. If the crews have the same experience, decide randomly who goes first. So roll a dice. Tape measure or laser line pen can be a good tool to draw this line. Okay, so means that this little dude is going first. So let me get a zoom in on this guy. You know how beautiful my fleets are. Okay, so this guy is called. I'll look at my list here. He is the Knuckler Chariot. Okay, the Knuckler Chariot. Is it? Yeah. Double check on this card. And I've got fleet rules. So I probably should read the fleet rules. And then there's fleet upgrades. Okay, so here is the Knuckler Chariot. And then we got, I guess, Speed 4. And then that's Navigation, or NV, and then SP, and then CS. We're going to have to see what all that means. It's 18 points, and it has 2 IDW. That sounds like maybe indirect fire. It's a support ship. Okay, well, if it's indirect fire, then I can kind of leave. Yeah, it's indirect weapons. This weapon range is 22. So we just got to get a little closer. So let's go for movement. Ships in Armada move at a rate of knots that is measured in inches. In addition, ships can adjust their speed by slowing down or speeding up. During a turn, a ship will move its full movement value a number of times, depending on its assigned speed. Okay. So we are all at battle speed. The ship will make 2 separate move steps, or you can go full speed, or you can slow down to go steady, or you can anchor. So let's do, the ship will make 2 separate move steps. So we're going to go 4. And then I want to turn. And then turn. You take this red thing. And then you slam it against that there. Okay. And then we can do another 4. This battle speed means you go twice your movement. Okay, so that completes my movement for that guy. And the turning. That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
I like this little turn thing.
The turn dial.
Turn with the yellow angle, and then ships turning with the red angle. Oh, okay. So certain ships turn with the yellow, and certain ships turn with the red.
Oh.
You need to see which one
Yeah, okay.
is indicated on the ship card. How do I know?
It'll say turn and then Y or R.
It'll say that.
Yeah.
Jam Bathurst. I don't see it.
It's on here.
It's on the list.
Oh, no. So, okay. These on the card right here. The little arrows.
The little arrows?
Yeah, so one's yellow and then one's red.
Oh, none of my guys have that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so it's probably a special
Special
ability from the... Let me read my special abilities. Fleet rules. The Hunters. The fleet of the Trident realm. The fleet of the Trident realm is made up of living creatures that are natural predators. For the purposes of the rules, a Trident realm creature is treated as a ship. In addition, the turning angle of the Trident realm ships is dependent on their speed. If anchored or moving at steady, it can pivot up to 180.
Oh,
If
wow.
at battle speed, it uses the red turning angle, which is what I
you
use.
did. Yep.
And if at full speed, it has the yellow turning angle. Trident realm ships cannot take additional weaponry or magical rudder upgrades. Partially submerged. All shooting directed at Trident realm ships suffer an additional -1 to hit modifier.
Wow.
Flyers targeting a Trident realm ship will also suffer a -1 hit.
That's pretty cool.
Fully submerged. A Trident realm ship can automatically fully submerge to avoid other ships that would otherwise collide with them during their own activation. As long as the Trident realm ship can be placed with its rear base edge a few millimeters clear of another ship, following the same initial trajectory. This completes the movement, so they can dip down under and go under you. Any shooting attack during this activation will be an additional -2 to hit. The modifier is not cumulative with a -1 to hit for having rolled to evade. Okay. A Trident ship may only fully submerge once during its activation. Okay. Regular squadron rules. We need to look up squadron rules because it may be that these two ships that are in a squadron might need to be near each other. But I'll look at that.
Okay.
Okay, ramming, tentacles, ensnaring nets, all the upgrades. Okay, that's it. Okay, well, before I do that, then let me.
Jan Beth just subscribed with Prime
Nice, thank you, Jen.
for 21 months. Thank you.
Yeah, boy. Thank you for deeming us worthy. We give them a shout out. The turn movement, collisional damage, collisions, shooting, measuring range. Boarding actions. I wonder how you would board a sea creature and you just like try to hit the top of it. And you're like, and attack the top. I don't see squadrons yet. Do you see squadrons on your cards?
No.
Go look. Go. What are your dwarven special rules?
So,
Read them for us.
I have Flame Belchers, which is if this ship inflicts damage with a shooting attack from the front or the rear weapon on a roll of 4+, a fire is started on the target.
Oh my God! Fire on my creatures.
Yeah. So place a
There it
blaze
is, I
marker
found
on the target
squadrons.
ship. So, yeah.
A squadron represents 2 or 3 tiny ships acting together in unison. All the models are mounted on the same base. Oh, that means the 2 little guys.
Yeah.
You don't have that.
No.
A squadron is purchased for a fleet as a whole is considered a single ship model which activates as normal. A squadron has no set speed and may instead move forward at any distance up to its full movement value in a single step, turning twice on its center point to face any direction. Okay. So I could put this guy over here for one.
Yeah. Then I've got Privateer. So against the same target or smaller size ship, I get a +2 to grapple.
Okay.
Advanced Construction.
Okay, well, moving on to the next ship. I am still closest to the wind than you are. So we'll go ahead and move this guy next. This guy is my giant squid. He has a movement of 5. So we'll go and move him 5. And then I say I'm going to go full speed with him. Let's get this squid moving full speed. The ship will make 3 separate move steps. So I'm going to go switch in my app to full speed. And my chariot has already been activated. Giant squid. So that's 3 separate ones of 5 movement. So 1, 2, 3. What is the range of your guns?
That's a good question.
Give me the range of your gun, because I maybe want to stay out of range.
Where is the range? Oh, let me see on the card. Fuck, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, does it? I think.
I guess whatever the letter is. So H. I got H, L's, C's,
Okay, let me look that up.
IDW.
Shooting,
was indirect
measuring
weapon.
range. Okay, here's the range. So heavy weapons have a range of 20.
Okay.
Light weapons have a range of 14.
Okay.
C close quarter weapons have a range of 8.
Okay.
And indirect fire weapons have 22. So basically it goes 22, 20, 14, 8. So
And
that's
then-
cool to remember.
What's the
like-
arcs for shooting? Is there any?
I believe there might be
Oh, is that it right there? That
visibility.
template? Is it that template right there?
Yeah, it is that template. That's the front, and then left and right is broadside. That template is used for the gun on the front and the rear
And
to measure.
left and right is straight,
Left
right?
and right is straight from the.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I love it.
I remember that.
Very, very simple. Okay, so now we do. Hey, did you? Oh, you've heard not great things? Oh man, I had a lot of fun. Check out my VOD, man. That was one of the best VODs I ever did. It is so much fun. Fast forward to the end where I participate in a tournament, and well, I don't want to ruin it for you. It's really fun. Okay, so okay, 20 inches. Let me stay outside of 20 inches. Okay, basically I'm outside of your range. However, you're about to move.
Yeah.
So that's the key thing. So how fast does this ship move?
Those ones move 4 or
Or give me the average, give me the fastest ship.
5 is my fastest.
5. So
Yeah.
the most you could move if you wanted to would be 15. So then, so 15, and then plus your, like, say, 20 or something, or what was the range? It was 22, 20, 14. Huh. Light weapons. I think maybe I probably really just shouldn't worry about it. I think I should just. Yeah, I guess I'll just go ahead. Sure. Okay. Okay, we're good there. So the giant squid. Now, how do we know where the weapons are on the ship?
It shows you on the card.
Let me see.
So like on this one, it's got 2 on the side and 1 in the front.
Oh, okay. These guys have the guns all around. Double check. Okay, as far as I can tell, these are limited by just the front. Yeah, I just have a front arc. I don't have a rear arc. So in that case, I'm going to turn the other way here, so that I can actually do stuff. Okay, so the giant squid has 2 long guns. Was I out of range?
Yeah.
I think we're just out of range. Yeah. So, means you're going to be in range when you move. Don't know what I should do. I think we'll go back 5 inches. We won't go full speed yet. We'll just go the battle speed. Okay, your go.
All right. So just this one.
Sea
right?
monster supremacy. Let's go, giant squid.
Damn, which one is that?
And I have tentacles. Let's see what the tentacles do.
Fury's right there. So he goes 4.
Yeah. Everybody started at battle speed, so you get 2 movements of 4, unless you want to slow down or speed up. You can go full speed.
I'll do that.
You can go battle speed. You want to go full speed?
Yeah. No, just
Normal
battle speed.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then I'll shoot ya.
Shoot me. How dare you shoot the creatures of the sea? What kind of ship is that?
It is called a Grimstone.
How dare you? Okay.
It's got 2 cannons in the front, 2 heavy cannons in the front.
Die seem to be color coded. I don't know if that helps.
Maybe so you can
Yeah, for
roll
each
your
type.
heavies and your lights together.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the long range are reds, the short range, the heavies are blues, the close range are blacks,
Okay.
Endrix are greens. But you're only in range for what? The
2
long
heavies.
range ones?
Yeah, 2 heavies.
Well, heavies are
20 inches, right?
20 inches.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You got 2 blue dice, and let's see how you shoot in this
Yeah.
game. So are you in the fire arc? Show me the fire arc. Obvious. Okay. And then we measure the range. 20 inch. Yeah. Just barely. Okay. And then visibility. Yeah. It is clear. There's nothing obstructing the line. If there was something obstructing the line, then we'll have to do something. Now we measure the range. We did it. And now, determine dice. Select the appropriate number of D10s for the relevant color. Every weapon in the position firing will fire. For example, if you've got 2 H and 1 L, that means 2 heavy weapons and 1 light weapon, but those aren't in range.
Yeah.
So, rolling to hit. Oh, there's range modifiers. The table below lists... okay, so rolling to hit. Any die which roll a natural 1 automatically misses. Each die which scores a 6 or more gets a solid hit. Additionally, for each successful solid hit, there was a natural roll of 10 or more, a critical hit is scored. So if you roll 10s, you get a critical hit. 6s are a solid hit. Any that's below 6s are misses.
Okay.
Okay. Now, range modifier. Over 10 inches from the attacking ship, -1.
Okay.
Now, crew of shooting ship. We all have, I think, just standard crew, so we
Right.
don't need to go plus or minus.
Yep.
By the way, if you're point blank in range, within 3 inches, you get a +2.
Ooh.
Target size, tiny, small, large, or extra large. I might be some kind of size. I don't know where you would... Let's look on here. Oh, L? Yeah, L. So I'm large. You get a +1, my friend, because this is a big old crab. So you get -1 for the range,
Yeah, and then
+1 for my big ass. And by the way, if it's not a clear shot, it's -1, but it is a clear shot. That's it. So you just fire at normal fire.
1 dice for each one, right?
Yeah. 1 dice for each one. Yeah.
Needing 6s.
And I wish I had some cannon fire. I thought I did cannon fire at one point, but I don't. Okay, go ahead.
All right, here we go. 2 9s.
Oh, all right. Well, unfortunately, no criticals, but that is 2 successful hits that will cause damage. Okay, moving on to page 26. Okay, damage. Each die that scores a hit when firing will do an amount of damage to the target depending on the type. So what did you hit me with?
Heavies.
Heavies. So heavies is 2 damage. So that's 4 damage total. Okay, and then critical hits and you didn't roll any critical.
Nope.
There is a critical hit table that you do. Okay, and then there's raking fire. If a ship shooting a broadside, left or right, can fire down the length of the target, you're going to do even more.
Okay.
Add 1 extra damage, double the damage. On certain ones, you add 1. On certain ones, you double. Okay, so you did 4 damage to me. So I'll go into the app here and add 4 damage to my giant squid. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How many damage does it have?
I can't see now. Oh no, my iPad. Well, I can see over here. If I hit play, let's go to the PC screen so y'all can see what I'm seeing. So I activated my giant squid already, and then I just took 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. What did you ask me?
How many damage does it have?
I don't know. Either 47 or 68, maybe? Or is it CS? I'll look right now. I also activated this guy already. Okay. So, ships on fire. Okay, game components.
This partly submerged. Isn't there a minus what?
Oh yeah, it was -1 to the hit, but you still hit.
Yeah. I still hit.
Because you get 9s, so you needed 7s.
Okay.
I think you're gonna need 7s for all my guys because I'm partly submerged on all my guys. But okay, so this is what it is, Jay. It is It is movement, nerve,
Okay.
structure points, and crew strength.
Okay.
So I think structure points is what it is. And for the giant squid, I have 68 structure points. You just knocked 4 of those off. I've got 64.
Because I scratched it.
Holy crap. Yeah, it seems like in this game, the health is quite massive.
Yeah.
I
hope
how do you do
something else does?
How do you do a lot of damage
yeah.
to somebody?
That's what I'm wondering. But we'll be here forever.
I don't know.
If I'm hitting you at 4 points per turn.
Yeah, maybe when you board me, maybe when you rake fire, that's double damage. Maybe the other ones do a lot more damage as you get closer.
I hope so.
Okay, well that takes care of that.
Okay.
So next is what?
Not that one.
That camera
Which one is that?
should not be off. It's that one.
That one?
Yeah. Everything's working. Raposia! Thank you, Raposia, for subscribing for 32 months.
Legend. 32 months. That's nice.
Huh. B-Cam has decided to not work. That says,
Please wait.
please wait.
What the heck?
Let me reinitialize maybe.
Please wait. Is the tower? The tower's on it.
Oh. It's not plugged in. So it's probably
that's
gonna
why.
die. Oh, that's not why, but
Oh. There's no link.
just reset.
Okay.
Okie doke. But there it goes. All right, so the next up is this little guy here. These little guys are called worm-drawn sloops. Speed 6.
Oh, nice.
Let's do... Let's go 6. Or no, we're at battle speed, so we go 12. We could go faster if we wanted. We don't want to. We do have range with an indirect fire weapon, which is -1 already because it's indirect fire. And then it's over 10 inches, so that's another -1, so -2. Yeah, so -2 on this. So instead of 6s, I need 8s to hit. 10s will be a crit. So 1 dice, I need 2 of these. We'll just roll, I'll roll reds for right now.
Okay.
Fire! Both miss. Yeah, splashes and put some little splash bits. That is it. Oh, I'm gonna go. I want to go full speed with this guy, which is 3 movements, and then he fired.
Okay.
It's no longer the 10-inch, but I still would have missed because I rolled a 2 and a 4. Okay, it looks like my guy is a little bit closer to the east than yours. This angler.
Sure.
So we'll just go with the anglerfish. Anglerfish has blinding beacon. 1 use only. Okay. 6, 6, 6. 18 inches. Anglerfish has 2 heavies, 1 close. Okay, anglerfish is coming in at you.
Is there any
Let's fire.
advantage or disadvantage to doing full speed and shooting?
Good question. Yes. So speed, if shooting or targeting is anchored or grounded, you get +1. If the shooting is at full speed, you get -1. If the target is at full speed, you get -1.
Okay.
Interesting. So I will get a -1 for moving that fast. Do I get... Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna miss you as well, as far as the range. It's more than 10 inches, so I'll get a -1, and then I get another -1 for moving full speed. So I'm at -2 again, which needs 8. And this ship has 2 heavies and 1 close. What was the close range? Do you remember? Close range is 8 inches. So no, that's not going to be able to hit. But these long ones can hit. Fire. 6 would have done it, but no, because of how fast I'm moving.
Right.
All right, now you move that second guy over there.
So this guy is the Ruin X.
This world, thank you so much, bro. We love it too. I know sometimes it's a little boring when you're learning the game, but once we learn the game and replay a game, that should be, we'll go real quick, much more fun. Submerge, ramming, beacons, armored scales.
He moves at a whopping 8. So 4 and 4. Alright, so let's shoot at the little guys.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 lights in the front.
2 light guns.
Yeah.
Shooting at, is it more than 10 inches?
I believe it is. No, just under.
Okay, so there's no negative for that. Are you moving full speed?
Nope. Battle.
Okay, so there's no negative for that. I'm submerged, so -1.
Right.
Plus, this ship is a tiny ship. It's -2.
Okay, so,
So
what's
-3.
that? -3. I need 9s and 10s to hit you.
9s and 10s.
There we go. 2 9s.
That's what you rolled last
Yeah.
time. God damn.
Stevie
Blah
Mike.
blam, blah blam. Just trying to find. Okay, so 2 hits with what was it? Heavies.
Lights.
Lights. So lights do one damage each. So that's 2 damage to the sloop, which only has 10 hit points. So it's gonna die.
Yeah, in like 4 turns.
2, 1, 2. Okay.
Go up to 10, see if it changes anything, just to see.
No, I think you're gonna have to do it yourself. You're gonna have to do this, but
Can you go past 10?
Shooter, this time.
Yeah, okay.
To be fair, I said there's gonna be loot, not good loot.
okay.
Looter.
Thank you. Who was that? That was Real Guy Josh.
Real guy, Joel.
Real Guy Josh being a real guy and supporting us. Thank you so much, Real Guy Josh.
All right, next I have this guy, I think.
Yeah, I think your guy is gonna go.
He's just a hunter, so he moves at... at 10.
Magic. Spellcaster.
All right. He can't shoot because he only has guns on the side, so it'd be on you.
Okay. So he only had guns on the side. Let's do my guys. This is a turtle. Turtle.
Ninja Turtle.
The turtles have guns, but they only move at 4, so that's 8 inches up here. Turtles have 3 heavies and 2 close. That can hit you, so we'll fire at the small guy.
Okay.
With the turtle. All right, this turtle's targeting that guy. What's the size of that ship? Because I'll have negatives.
He is a small.
So that is a -1 to my shooting. It's more than 10 inches, so that's -2. I didn't go full speed, so just
8.
-2.
Yeah, so 8.
And then 3. So 8s to hit.
You got 3 what? 3 heavies?
3 heavies on the turtle.
Really?
Yeah, he's a battle turtle. Only got 1 hit.
Okay.
So that is 2 damage to that ship right there.
Okay.
Are
Give
you
me a
tracking
pencil.
yours?
Give me a pencil.
Pencil, yes.
I'll track it right here. He only has 15, so.
Alrighty. Next would be your big ass battleship.
So that's my Dreadnought. He only moves 3, so it's pretty slow,
Yeah.
which is to be expected. Right? He has 1 heavy and 2 lights in the front.
2.
Let's shoot at these guys right here.
2, 3.
So it's going to be 1 because you're tiny, 1 because it's over.
No, yeah, -2 because I'm tiny, 1 because it's over,
-2?
-3.
-2.
Yeah, for
Okay, so
tiny.
-3. So give me let me get 2 blacks. So the blacks are the light guns and the red is the heavy. Ooh, 2 9s and a 10.
What is with your rolls in this game?
I don't know.
Well, you just got a crit. Two 9s
Is what
and
I
a
needed.
10?
Yeah, that's what I needed. I need 9s to hit you.
Well, you already did 4 damage from just the black. From well, actually, you've
did
done
6
3,
damage.
so you've done 6 damage, and that one was the one that was already hurt. I
Yeah.
think 6 might be enough to kill him. 6, 7,
No.
8.
But
okay, but
We got to see.
I
what
have
the
2 hit
critical-
points left, but we have to see what the critical does. So this is the first time we got a critical. So your capital ship just blew up my tiny. Well, not. Okay, so critical hits. A devastating event which can have dire consequences for the tournament. You may wish to put them to one side as a reminder. For every 10 rolled, roll 2d6.
Okay.
Roll a 2d6, and then consult the critical hit table.
3 and a 5.
What'd you say?
3 and a 5.
Well, what is that total?
8.
8.
8 total.
Okay, 8 total would be minor structural damage. The ship takes an additional D3 plus 1.
So it's 2 points, which it'll kill it. A minimum of 2 points.
1 plus 1 is 2, so you just blew it up. Bloom. Okay, how to destroyed. There you go. Cool. No. Blah.
We having sushi tonight.
Alrighty. Next is my big boy.
Yeah. You're a narwhal.
My Leviathan, it's called. Leviathan. Four. We're gonna go full speed. 4, 4, 4. That's 12. Get these humans.
Dwarfs.
Oh my god. 5 heavies. 4 longs. What is that?
Light.
5 heavies, 4 lights, and 2 Jesus. Cheese and crackers. 5. Yeah, we're gonna light up that guy. That's a small ship, -1. He's more than 10 inches, -2. So -2,
Eights.
so 8s or above. Firing with 5 heavies. Only got 1 8, no 2. So 2 hits, so 4 damage on that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. It's your go.
damage seems kind of light in this game. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a little suspect on
Yeah.
on the damage, but we'll see.
This guy's just going. He's 10. Actually, you gotta roll it out to 15. All right, here you go.
All right, let's bring in another turtle. 8 inches. Turtle. More than 10 inches out, but enough range for the rest of it. The turtles have 3, I remember. 3 heavies.
Yep.
And 14. What do the turtles have total? No, 3 heavies and 2 closes. So these are just 3 heavies. I'm moving normal speed, but that is a small, so -1. So we're looking for
Plus,
7s.
He's going full speed. So
That guy's going full
Yeah.
speed? Okay, so we're back to 8s. 1 8. Take 2 damage on your second small guy.
okay. Yeah.
Your next guy.
These 2 damage is just ugh. You have to really concentrate fire on stuff to kill it. I feel.
Well, what I think is once we start getting into close
we'll see,
range with
yeah.
each other, that's where all the damage is.
I hope so, because we're not going to kill anything else unless you concentrate on like small stuff. All right, so his move 8, total of 8. He will fire. Let's fire at this thing.
My angler fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has 2 lights, I believe, in the front. Yeah, 2 lights in the front. There's another Rune X. So, what size is that anglerfish?
Angler is a medium.
Okay,
So no negatives.
No negatives, no pluses. Give me 2 dice, please. And let's go with my blues, my lucky blues. So I'm hitting on a 6, and then +1 for range, and +1 because you were going fast. So I'm looking for 8s. 9. I got 1 hit.
1 hit on the angler for 2 damage.
Light gun. What's a light gun?
1 damage.
1 damage.
That's crazy. See, that's the thing that I remember about the game. It's like, no, I want to feel the hits.
Yeah.
I want to like, oh my God, that's a lot of damage.
And the angler has
Boom.
how many structure points?
I don't know. Hold on. I'm putting together my magic deck. Ghoulish Far and Swirl. Swirl. Okay. What did you ask?
How many structure points?
On my angler, I've got 24.
All right, yeah, so that won't be dead anytime soon.
One damage. Okay, and I only have 1 ship left, so I feel like, well, I do have magic and you don't. So I'm gonna go full speed, which was 6 times 3 is 18. Maybe we don't need to go 18. If we win 18 here, does this guy have any? No, he doesn't. So there's no point in that. So we'll go back 18, and we will instead go, his normal is 6. So we can go here to 12, and then we can take another 6 here. Okay, that's good. Let's do the normal here. This is indirect fire, apparently. And so it's -1 already. And then you're a small?
I am a small. I thought negative indirect is -2.
No. Oh, you're right. Modifier affects the indirect weapon. Shooting ship fires with an indirect weapon. Modifier affects the indirect weapon only. -2, and then your target size is small.
Yeah.
So -3.
And I went fast. Or full speed.
-4.
So you need a 10.
Does it work like that?
I guess.
We can just keep stacking. God dang. Okay, well then in this case I won't fire at that one because you're going too fast. My range with indirect is pretty large, so that other one has been hurt.
Yeah, this one.
That one was hurt. How much damage does indirect do? Probably
That's a good question.
jack.
Don't tell me that. one damage?
Let's see. D6. Okay. So hold on. I hit you with indirect on that other one there. So it's... No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yeah,
Did I?
No, you missed with that one.
I missed.
You hit it with the narwhal.
Okay. So I need... in order to hit that one, it's -2, so it goes to 8. So just 8. No, it's a small.
Small.
I'll tell you what. Let's choose... Let's go to up to that target.
Okay.
Yeah. But the other one over there has damage, right?
No.
I think one of them has damage.
This one and this one have damage.
Okay. Well, I'll choose the one on the inside then.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so now I just need an 8
Yeah.
instead of a 9. Miss anyway.
Okay.
Okay, that is my go.
Yeah,
so you have
these
2
two.
ships left. So you go for the rest of the time, and then we'll see how.
So we'll go 4 and 4. He will shoot. Oops, get off. He will shoot. He's got an indirect. That is the Thunderer. 1 indirect. We're going to shoot at your... What are we going to shoot at?
"20 spell cards. Shuffle these spells together. Player's deck should then be placed face down. Main cards are not used. Forming an initial hand. At the end of the setup step, draw 3 cards.
Actually, we'll shoot at this narwhal. The narwhal.
Which, the anglerfish
Yeah, yeah, that's one.
or the little
anglerfish.
guys?
Anglerfish.
Okay.
All right, so indirect is -2,
Yeah.
but he has accurate ordnance, which is makes it only a -1.
Okay.
He's big, so it comes back down to.
No, he's not big.
He's not big.
No.
Oh, he's medium.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. So -1. Anything else?
He's submerged.
Oh yeah.
-1.
-1.
And then
8.
he's moving fast, so another -1.
9. All right, so let's not go for the moving fast guys then.
Those are the only 2 moving fast guys.
Yeah.
Everybody else is not moving
Well, let's
fast.
shoot at the.
Can he hit?
What's the range? What was it 32?
Is
right?
this guy?
Yeah,
It's not 32. It's 22.
22.
It's a miss.
What about the?
The big guy
Yeah.
is a hit. Or you
Yeah,
can...
let's do the big guy then.
This big guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so but the big that's large.
Might be a
right?
bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to hitting a large, okay, so +1.
All right.
So, well, you get -1 and -1 for indirect.
Right.
-1 for submerged.
Yep.
+1 because I'm a large.
So 7s.
And -10 inches because you're going, target is over 10 inches. Not applicable to indirect, so I
Yeah.
screwed myself one time. So you're just looking at a -2.
-1.
-2. Submerged and indirect.
And then you're big.
Correct. -1.
Okay. 7s. Nothing.
Okay.
All that for nothing.
We just got to get it
All
right.
right. Yeah. Next guy is the Fury. Here we go. Fury only has a C on it. Okay. Fury moves at a 4. So we'll move up. I'm gonna turn. Let me see the. Thank you.
You're a red on that guy?
Yeah. That's a medium.
Okay.
What are in heavy is this 20 inches?
Mm-hmm.
So I can hit him. I mean, we've been doing it so far. We can shoot through our own guys, right? Or no?
I think it might be that -1 because you're obstructing. And remember, if you fire through obstructions.
Yeah, okay.
No line of sight. Yeah, it's obstructed.
Okay.
So -1.
-1, -2 for submerged. And then -1 more for range.
Hey, Ja, we're doing well.
And then -1 for because you're fast. You were full speed. So I have to hit you on 10s.
10s, let's go. Jay, what is with your aim here?
That's 2 criticals, right?
That's 2 criticals. Hold on. Let me see real quick.
God.
Okay, 2 10s. Well, what'd you hit me with? Heavies?
Yeah, 2 heavy.
So right away it's 4 damage,
Yeah.
and then you roll on the critical hit table twice. So go ahead and roll 2 dice twice.
Okay, so first set is 7.
The first 7 would be it's a D3 plus 1, but we'll wait.
Okay.
Let's see what your next one is.
It is a 5.
5?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better. So you want to roll low on this.
Oh, really?
So one roll is D6 plus 2, and the other roll is a D3 plus 1. So
All right, D3 plus 1.
D3 plus 1.
2 total.
Okay, 1, 2,
And then 6
6,
plus 2.
6 plus 2.
8, so 8 more.
God dang it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14 of my 24. I think maybe it's. I wonder if there's crippling or something like that. Let me look it up. Don't you have something that starts a fire?
Yeah, but that's only with
That's
the front gun.
Crippled ships. As soon as a ship has taken damage that exceeds its nerve value. Okay, so what's my nerve value? Is 16. Okay, I'm still good.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm about to be crippled on that one. And in fact, to signify that, I'm going to use this. And when you destroy, just remove them.
Yep.
So, but he's not crippled yet.
Alrighty.
But 2 will be crippled. So how much damage has these guys received? That guy received some damage,
Yeah,
right?
he's at
And this guy received
6,
some damage.
6, and he's at 2.
But no other ships have taken damage?
No.
Okay. All right, this is a problem. You have more ships than me, so we need to use magic. I brought a spellcaster, so I draw 3 cards at the beginning of the battle. So I had these magic cards available to me: Heal, Wind Blast, and Stubborn. But during a magic phase, I can cast one of their spells. If player with a magic initiative. Okay, casting a spell places the spell card they wish to use in front of them and reads the spell and its effects. Okay, I probably want to heal that anglerfish. Heal. Target's casting ship or visible friendly ship. Remove 5 points of damage from the target it has previously suffered. Okay, I'm going to try to heal this ship. In order to do the magic, I need to roll well. To cast a spell, the spellcaster must make a successful casting roll. All spells have a casting target on their card, 4+, 5+, 6+. To make a casting roll, the player must roll and add their spellcaster tier to the result. If the final result equals or exceeds the casting target, it's a D6, not a D10. Okay, I am a tier 1 spellcaster. That's all I could afford. So I would need a 5+ or a...
Yeah, 5.
Oh, no.
Or no.
4+.
What's the 6+ then?
Yeah, I don't know. That is a dispel power.
Oh.
So you can
if you try to,
dispel with a... If you have a dispel card in your hand,
Okay.
then that's what you'd need to dispel it.
Okay.
So I get to roll. So
3+.
basically 3+ to heal it.
Yeah. Good.
Got it.
Good to go.
So that only heals by 5 points. And how much damage did that guy have on him? That guy had
14, right?
14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's back down to 9. Okay. Okay, so now we go into turn 2. So at the end of turn 1 for Armada, one of my Wyvern-drawn sloops was killed. He did 14 damage to my anglerfish, but I healed it with a spell. So now he only did something like 8 damage, something like that. And I plinked his 2 small ships, but no damage to his big guys. So that basically superficial damage, except for Jay rolling 9s and 10s like crazy and doing a bunch of crits here and there. But it looks like the majority of damage is probably going to be done when these ships get close to each other, I'm thinking, in this next turn.
Yeah.
So when you move on to the next turn, you check the wind. And there's maybe some boarding actions we can do here. All right. Roll for wind. 2d6, Jay.
All right. 2d6.
No change in wind is 5 through 9.
12.
Winds of change. Move the wind rose 1 step anti-clockwise. That would be from east to northeast.
Which, you know what? I don't think the wind affects either of us.
Okay, so now it's northeast. So now it's coming down at... This is how it works. So previously, the wind was coming from the east. And as it went... That activated this one first, this one next, that one next, that one next, that one next, then this one, then that one, when it's going that way. But now that it's coming from the northeast, it's going to hit these first. So this guy would go first. And then that guy would go next, and then this guy. And then it's kind of hard to determine when it comes like that.
Yeah.
So I use the laser. I guess, yeah, that guy would go, and then that guy would go.
And those two.
So basically, it really favors yours. You'll have like 3 or 4 going, and then ours will kind of simultaneously go, and then I'll go at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how the wind works. So
Okay.
go ahead and go with that one.
That one is the Grimstone. Yeah. Yellow. He's doing arc. Yes. Fire. All right, we're gonna fire it. So we got two heavies.
Okay, which ship is firing on what ship?
So right here to right here.
Okay.
So one, because you're submerged.
-1 for being submerged.
Yeah. And then what's the close?
Now, there is a point-blank bonus. However, I'm going to use my anglerfish special ability to blind you.
Okay.
And what that does is it removes your point-blank bonus. And it only can be done once per game.
Cool.
So I'm once per gaming that. But just so you know, point-blank is +2 to your roll.
So I need 7s then.
-1 for being submerged. And, yeah.
Hit once.
Hit once, does 2 damage.
Alrighty.
Okay. Next guy, I believe, is your guy.
That guy, yeah. That is my Rune X, yeah. So we'll go turn a little bit, not as much as, and then move 4. Move 4. Oh, the Rune X. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to go full speed with him. Up this way. All right. So he's going to fire his front guns at that guy and then the side at this guy.
Okay, front guns at the squid and side guns at the anglerfish. Got it.
Is the squid large?
Yes,
Okay. So that's only a +1, right?
+1.
So the submerged deal takes the submerged off. But I am full speed, so it's a -1. So I'm looking for 7s
Okay.
with 2 light guns. Here we go. 1 7.
Okay, and these were 2 damage each?
1 damage each.
1 damage because they're lights.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I've got 1 light gun.
So only 1 damage to my
Yeah.
big guy. That's funny.
Okay, I've got 1 light gun, 1 heavy gun, and 1 close gun.
On the sides?
On the side.
Oh
right
my
here.
God, your guys are crazy on the sides. Okay.
So we are looking for 5s because we're base 6 +2 for point blank. But I'm going fast, so it's back up 1. So
Okay.
looking for 5s. Here we go. Just 1, and we'll say that's the light gun, so 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Well, what's the close gun? How many
How
points?
much damage would a
Yeah.
close gun do?
Yeah.
That'll help us. Close quarter does 3 damage.
It does. Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's just make sure you separate the guns a little better
that's
next
fine.
time. Okay. So then that one already went,
Yep.
and then it's this
Yeah,
one.
that guy. Yeah.
Okay, so this is an indirect fire guy. That is my chariot. What does the chariot do? The hunters? What does the chariot do? Made up of living creatures. Oh, that's just the normal rules. Okay, yeah, he kind of sucks. I am going to, I think, anchor him.
Yeah.
So he, because, you know, I'm a creature, I can spin on my axis. So I'm just going to kind of hang out here and then fire at him. There's no penalty.
Yep.
There is, well, you know what? Let's get close. Let's get that point blank. So bonus Knucker chariot is.
Does indirect get point blank?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it just says range. It says, it actually puts in parentheses for indirect under the range thing, not applicable to indirect weapons if the target is over 10 inches. But point blank doesn't have that. Okay. So to me, that says it's fine. So we're going to get right up close with my indirect weapon. And then fire. It's only one dice?
Yeah.
No, it's 2. I got 2. Give me 2. So we'll go 2 reds. And the point blank is a +2. But remember, indirect weapons is a -2. So basically, it zeroes it out.
And he's going fast. Full speed. So 7s.
If you're at full speed, it's -1, so 6s go to 7s. 7s to hit. I only got 1 hit.
Okay.
But indirect weapons do that D6. That's where it's helpful. So do 6 damage to him. Blah, blah.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so that's what, 38 more to go?
How many hit points does that guy have?
Or 36 more to go. He has 42.
Oh my God. I'm wondering if I should. This is what I remember about this game. Loving it, except for the damage number. It didn't seem like I wanted that to do a lot more damage. Hold on, we're not done yet, right?
Yeah.
Let's maybe ramming can help, or boarding. Boarding actions. After a ship has completed all its moves and shootings, it can engage in a boarding action. To initiate a boarding action against another ship, the target must be first grappled. Boarding actions are resolved in this order: grapple, align, attack, results. Grapple must be within 3 inches. Gotcha.
Okay.
I'm gonna grapple you, mofo.
All right.
Rawr.
But that's a second. That's like after, or
No,
is that all
it's
in
all
one?
in one? Yeah. So, to grapple a ship, target must be within 3.
Okay.
Let's see. The activating ship is the attacking ship, must make a skill test. So, I got to make a skill test. After the test is successful, both ships come to an immediate stop and become grappled and must align. If the skill test failed, the ship is not grappled and the attacking ship's activation is over. Okay. What do I got to do? Where is the test? Okay, boarding action roll modifiers. -1 if inexperienced, +1 if veteran. Attacking ship in the first boarding action. Attacking ship in the first boarding action following a grapple. So I get a +1 because I'm the one that initiated the grapple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then a lot. No. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, we got to grapple first. Yeah.
That is, I think that's the attack roll. We need to do a skill test. So what is a skill test? Every ship has a skill. I mean, we're just at the normal crew, so it's probably just like 6 or something. I just need to find skill tests. All right, here it is. This is called a skill test. The more experienced the crew, a veteran crew is more experienced. Whenever a skill test is required, roll a d6 and consult the following table. Required score to pass. Inexperience requires a 6. Regular, which is what we all are, 5. Veteran is 4. So I got to roll a 5 to skill test you.
Okay.
Let me see if there's any bonus here because I'm a creature.
There might be a bonus if you have the grapple.
If I have a grapple?
Yeah, the grapple thing.
No, my
Grappling hook.
squid has tentacles, which is a bonus. But not that guy doesn't have any kind of bonus. So I need a 5+ to do this.
Okay. You got it.
Come on! Get him! Yeah!
Nice.
We did it. All right, so I grapple you, and let me just see the rules for aligning, whether it's in the front or in the back
Or on the side.
or in the side. Align. Place the ships side by side, aligned as centrally as possible, moving them with the smallest amount of... okay, so... Okay. A ship should prioritize forward movement to align. Grounded ships will never align. Proceed to the attack step. Both ships now fight each other by rolling a d10 for each point of crew strength they have. Oh, shit. I probably should have checked this before going in. What is your crew strength?
4.
Mine is 2.
Cool.
I get a +1 because I initiated the grapple,
Yep.
so my 3 to your 4, so I guess it's not as bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh no, what it is you're rolling 4 dice and trying to hit 6s. I'm rolling 3 dice and trying to hit +1s, 5s. For each dice score of a natural 10, it's a crushing blow. You take 4 damage instead of 2. Okay, so we fight each other. I'll take red, and I guess you can get blue and black.
Yep.
So I need 5s. You need 6s.
All right.
I fucked up bad. I only got 1.
I got 2.
Okay, so you take 2 damage. I take 4 damage. And then there is another thing here. I take 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now whoever wins results. If the boarding action is a draw, nothing further happens. Otherwise, the ship that took the most damage is the loser. If the losing ship is crippled, no. If a ship's damage ever exceeds its SP, no. Okay, well, what's the negative for losing? If the losing ship is crippled, it must now take a nerve test. If you kill my people on board by exceeding my SP, all the crew have been slain. Otherwise, that's it. I can't see if there's some kind of negative Okay, ongoing boarding actions. When a ship activates and it's already grappled, it may either attempt to repel the boarders or attempt to disengage. So it just goes on to further. It just goes further rounds of combat. So I probably didn't want to grapple you, but whatever. It does tie you up from using your cannon, so I guess that's good. All right. Next would be either your big guy or this big.
Yeah.
Which one of those?
I think it would be this one, then that one.
Okay, let's do that.
All right. So. Where's he at? So he can move up 3. And he turns on a yellow. And then he will move up another 3. That does absolutely nothing. Let me not move them. Move them back 3. And then let's not turn. Let's just go straight and see where we're at. Yeah, let's go another straight. Okay. Yeah. We'll shoot that guy. So I have 1 heavy and 2 lights in the front. What'd you say? It's within 6 I have to be for point blank, right?
Point blank is within 3.
Within 3, okay.
And right now, his light is on, so it lasts for that turn, so it wouldn't have given you a bonus anyway.
Okay. It's for the whole turn?
I think so. Yep, until the end of the turn.
Cool. All right, so 6. You're
6
submerged. 7. So 7s. Looking for 7s.
7s.
You're submerged, or partially submerged, or whatever. Just 1. 1 of the lights. So 1 point of damage.
Okay. That from the dreadnought?
Yep.
Darn it. See, that's I don't like that. Like that you're telling me this big ass ship just did 1 point of damage.
Yep.
Okay, that I don't like. All right, so you did that one. You did. I guess we got to put these activation tokens to help us remind us as ships are getting a little.
It's the small one is next.
Yeah, you can do the small one.
That one is a hunter, I believe. Yeah, hunter. Hunter is a red. So he moves at 5. He's gonna move up to 10. All right, the hunter will shoot. He's got 3 lights. Does it look different?
It's a red.
3 lights, looking for 6s because I don't get the bonus.
All right.
Not a 1.
Woo! He submerged himself. He went in hid.
Okay. Here you go.
All right. It is the tentacle time. All right, Jay. Get ready to get tentacled.
All righty.
So he's moving at, I think, 4. Double check. Giant squid can go 5. We can just get there, but that doesn't help at all. But it does. We're gonna grapple you in a minute with the tentacles.
Okay.
But first, we're gonna shoot you. Oh, that just looks so damn cool. I mean, that's what makes it worth it there. Don't know why we got the Western music going.
This is pirate music.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so this one is giant squid. It's 2 H's, 2 L's, and 2 C's. So can I get those dice?
Yep.
2 C's, 2 H's, and 2 L's. What is the color for the L? It's red is L's.
Okay.
Okay.
And then blue is H, right?
Blue is H, yeah. And then, so point blank is +2. So hitting on 4s. Yep, hitting on 4s. This will be good.
5s. 5s.
Wait.
Full speed. I was at full speed.
Oh, no, this one's grappled. Our speeds went to anchored 0 when I grappled you with that one. So it's
Okay.
It's
sure.
4s. 4s, here we go. Damn, you're telling me these didn't hit at all? No, that's fine. These hit. So the blues were the good ones? Yeah, the blues were the good ones. Those would have done 2 damage each. The red only do 1 damage each, so you took 2 damage here. And the blacks do 3 damage each, so you took 6. So 6, 7, 8. You took 8 damage.
All right.
Okay, that's all the shooting that he has, but now he's going to grapple you. Let's see what these tentacles do. A ship may attempt to grapple from 4 inches away with tentacles. It also has grapple hooks for free. It can attempt to grapple traveling at full speed, but with an additional skill test, -1 modifier. Okay, skill test. Well, I'm not moving full speed. I was moving normal speed, so we still have to do the skill test. What is the skill of this giant squid?
I thought it was just a.
Oh, the normal
Right,
crew,
yeah,
right? Because we
normal crew.
didn't buy
So,
any crew,
a
so
5.
it needed a 5.
But your tentacles, I think, help you, right?
Yeah. So get the tentacles. No. That's some bullshit. There's no bonus to because I have tentacles? Come on.
What's the. So the.
It's
Special
basically the
rules?
tentacles allow me to grapple from further away. They allow me to grapple. Number 1, it's a free upgrade. Number 2, it goes to 4 inches instead of 3. And then there's I can grapple you while traveling at full speed. But I have to take a -1 to my skill test if I'm going to grapple you while I'm going full speed. I guess normally you can't grapple somebody while you're traveling at full speed.
Okay.
I got 3, which we
grapple.
determined does not work. That sucks because I have a, what was it? A crew
Yeah,
of
crew skill or.
CS of
something.
8.
Wow.
So I've been rolling 8 dice to
Nice.
try to do that. I'm going to use this spell to re-roll a test. Re-roll a nerve test. Does this count as a nerve test?
No.
No,
Nerve
this
test
is
is
a skill
like-
test.
When you're about to flee.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, then negative. Unfortunately, I did not get to grapple J. Had I rolled, I still failed to grapple J. I think that's still a failure to grapple
you
J.
needed a 5, right? That's what we determined last time.
Now, let me look at the skill test real quick. Damn, that means my whole force is like no bueno at the one thing that they're good at, which is hugging you. Yeah. Well, I know that for next time, I guess. All right, moving on to the next goal, which would be my anglerfish here.
Yep.
Let's see. How good is anglerfish is at biting? Not good. Only 3. Okay, 3. What's the crew skill of that thing?
That is the Grimstone 6.
Damn it. What's the crew skill of this one?
2. Like 2?
2?
2 or 3.
Okay, that's what we'll do.
Hunter
So-
is 2, yeah.
With my Trident special ability, the Hunters, I'm going to go, I'm going to anchor, and you're already within 3, so I can attempt to, and I can do the 180 thing, and then I can basically shoot and then try to grapple. So we're going to shoot first, which is 2 blues, 1 black, and point blank, so it's +2. So we're looking at 4s. I got 1, 2.
Okay.
The blues were 2 hits. The blacks were 3 hits. So 5 damage. Does it kill you?
No. Not yet.
How much damage do you have left?
2, 3, 4, 5. I have 4 more damage.
4 more damage, and I can only hit you with 3, I think. But I think it's like 2 damage each. So 2, 4, 6. So I have the capability of killing you. Okay, so we're going to grapple, but first we need to see if it's a successful grapple.
Yep.
Which it was, again, a 5+, unless I have anything special, which I don't think this guy has. No, he doesn't. So it's, I really, basically, when you play the Tridents, you better put their crew at better crew. Hey, all right.
Grapple.
Well, I successfully grappled, so we're going to go like this.
Yep.
And now we roll. You roll all your crew. I roll all my crew. Your crew. And then these are D10s. You need to be rolling 6s.
Right.
I need to be rolling 5s because I grappled. I have 3. You have 2. Okay. 5s. Let's go. Oh, ho, ho. I got criticals.
Oh, I ain't get nothing.
Yeah, your ship. Well, your ship would be dead anyway because 2, 4, 6. You're dead.
Okay.
So I don't need to roll on the. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Okay. Next is probably those guys. Yeah.
All right. So he'll just move up his 4. And broadside. 3 shots, I think. Looking for 6s. Crit.
Ooh, crit and 2 hits.
Yeah.
That might kill him. So these are 2 damage each. 2, 4, 6 plus the crit. Let me see if you have already killed him.
No, these are 1 damage each because they're light guns.
Okay, they're light guns.
Yeah, so 3 damage.
3 damage.
And then the crit.
My angler 1, 2, 3, and then the crit. Let roll on the chart.
6.
6. You want to be rolling 5 or below. 6 through 8 is D3 plus 1.
2 more.
1, 2. So 18 to my 24. I am crippled. That's weird that there's no status of crippled. Huh.
So what does that mean?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Yeah. He is done.
Crippled and nerve. As soon as its ship has taken damage that exceeds its nerve, then it is considered crippled. Every time a crippled activates within 10 inches of a non-surrendered enemy ship of medium or greater, it must make a skill test known as a nerve test. If it's failed, the ship surrenders. Okay, so that's why we're not intended to blow each other out of the water. We're intended to make our crews surrender to each other, kind of. So that's the kind of thing. So I need to put an indicator that I'm crippled, and then we'll do that in a bit. Whenever I activate, it's only when I activate.
It's only when you activate?
Yeah. Like if I want to, so I don't know what indication we'll use for crippled, but I had some skulls somewhere. Who's activating next?
I think it's your big guy.
My big guy. Okay.
It would be your big guy, and then the turtle.
All right.
Or the turtle, then the big guy.
So let's do the funnest thing. We're going to ram your big ship. Let's see what happens.
Sure.
When my big ship rams your big ship, during its activation, the ship may deliberately attempt a collision with an enemy ship and will always fail its skill test to evade when doing so. The target ship may attempt to evade, but without a +1 modifier. So you can attempt to evade. Add n to the number of damage this inflicts for the resulting collision. Okay, do you want to attempt to evade?
Sure.
Okay, hold on. Ram +4 with a special. Okay, let me look up ram. Ramming speed. Okay, skill test, which remember is a 5+, but you have a -1 to this skill test, so you'll need to roll a 6 if you're going to evade.
Nope.
Okay, no evade. Collide. Okay. The size of the two ships determine the amount of damage they take. Both ships now roll to see how much damage they inflict on each other. Both ships start with 1d10.
Okay.
Collisions. And then I need to factor in the ram. If my ship is larger than yours, it adds a d10 for each size that it is larger. So it would have been better if I rammed this smaller ship out of the way. It would have completely blew him out of the water. Maybe even that other smaller one could have. Maybe that's smarter to do, but we wanted to see what happens when the big boys go at it.
Sure.
Okay, and I would have gone full speed to add 5 damage, and then apply damage simultaneously, and then let me see what this Ram 4 does. Okay, so I'm adding 4 damage with my Ram 4. In addition, after any collision, before completing any more movement, the ship may immediately attempt a boarding action with a bonus. Any ship being rammed by the bull will suffer an additional... Okay, got it. So we just roll against each other, and I think this is the number of damage that you take. Yep. So I rolled a 4.
I got 7.
So I get 4 plus 4, so I give you 8 damage. You give me 7 damage. So let's record that. So it's about a wash. I should have rammed something smaller, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I do get a free grapple at a +1. So I'm going to attempt to grapple.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't move that yet, because I need a 4+.
Yep.
What's your kit? Actually, I may not even want to grapple you. How many crew do you have on there?
10.
Oh, shit. I only have... Oh, no, that's my squid. I have 9. So it's... The dwarves are powerful. Probably, you know, elves and other races are probably pretty weak. I think dwarves have plenty of guns and stuff. So I don't think I would want to do that. What happens if I fail the grapple? Do I just stay where I'm at, or can I just drive past you? Let me check real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. If I fail a grapple, I stop where I'm at. So, which was the ramming position. Damn. I guess I'm gonna have to try it.
It's
what
pretty
was
even.
It?
It's not like it's
It's
lopsided.
a D6.
Yeah.
It's a 5+, but a 4+
Yep.
now.
Yep.
Damn it. That was a 6, by the way. Hey, another 6. Okay, it's a grapple. I don't really know if I wanted to grapple, but let's grapple. I want to go on that side, which seems smarter. And then we will do 9 dice versus your
10 dice.
10 dice. Let me do mine first since we don't have enough. So 6, 7, 8, 9. I get +1. And is there any other bonuses? So I'm going to need 5s to your 6s. No. There's no other bonus. You needed a -1 to your evade. Did we already do that? Yeah, well, you didn't
Yeah, I
evade.
didn't evade anyway.
Okay. Yeah, so I just need 5s and you need 6s.
Okay.
Here we go, 5s. Oh, really bad roll. So I only got 3, 4. There's 10 because I put in the green one.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, some crits too. So
One crit.
1 crit, yeah. So 5. 5 and 1 crit.
5 and a crit, and I did 4.
Yeah.
So what was it? 2 each. So I did 8 to you, and then you did 10, 12 to me plus the crit.
Yeah.
Damn, I lost. 12 to me, 8 to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 11, 12. And then roll 2 dice for the crit.
11.
Oh, that's bad. You don't want to roll high. You want to roll low.
Right. Extra point.
No, D6 plus 2. Okay. Well, I guess you don't want to roll in the
middle.
You want to roll
what? 5 points.
God damn it. That really worked out in your favor. I think
Yeah, but we'll
just
be
because you're
stuck
the
here forever.
dwarves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, but look at
If you were like, weaker guys, I think I'd be messing you up.
but I mean, we're gonna be stuck here for how many rounds, fighting back and forth, and we're not gonna be doing anything too much to it.
You
this
could
is already third turn.
You could
second turn.
You could
right?
break free.
I mean, how hard is that?
Yeah.
And then what? I mean, it's just.
I just want more impressive damage.
Yeah,
I want to be
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I want, in my head, I see all these cannons going pop, 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 and so I need that feeling of splinters and explosions everywhere.
Yeah, this
and
is
here
like,
it's like chipping and chipping.
Yeah.
And chipping.
It doesn't seem very satisfying once you do some damage.
But I think, but I think what my tactic here is to tie you up.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah, but if we just tie up, we're gonna be in the same position at the end of the game.
Oh, remember? No. Okay, here's the one thing we're forgetting: surrendering. So you get me to half health. So you don't need to do
I'm not even a quarter health to you.
How much
You
health
have
does
98.
that thing have?
You have 98.
What?
You do. You have 98. I have.
What do you have?
I have 112.
Get out of here.
We're gonna be here. I mean, that's gonna be there to the end of the game. They'll just be.
Why did they do it like this?
They'll just be looking at each other.
I love this game.
Are we doing damage wrong?
No, we're not. I just remember this from the beginning. This is why I bought all these fleets. I have like 6 of these fleets because I really like the fleets.
Yeah.
But what I would do is you don't need 115 points.
Not
hit
when you're
points.
doing only 3 damage each time.
Right.
You
shoot. We can completely replace this system with, you have 5 health or something.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to do that damage.
Yeah.
And then the points come down. But I guess they wanted. No, I'm not going to shit on it yet because it's meant to go 8 turns. We're on what turn are we?
We're on turn 2.
See?
But
Okay,
so
and I already had 2 ships die. I have 1 ship went
because
crippled.
I concentrate
I think
all
it's
my
fine.
fire on those 2 ships.
No, I think it's fine.
No, I don't.
We'll see. Okay. Go ahead. So who's next? I think that guy, and then it'll be this guy.
No, yeah, this guy. Then
Yeah.
those ones. It's like I don't know.
No, but I agree with you because what I would do is I want that feeling of multiple cannons. I mean, I guess you get that with 3 to 4 dice, but I just like a lot of dice. What I like.
This guy is yellow or red? Let me see. Runex. He's Runex. He is a red.
I am so old. I was old already. What you talking about?
This way. All right, we'll go red.
I'm 76 years old, man.
All right, so we'll
70.
shoot the front at the little guys.
Mm-hmm.
The front is here, and then the side is
Side
here.
of the anglerfish.
Yeah.
This looks absolutely beautiful. I just love it, man. I'm gonna make my own.
I mean, it looks good, but
it looks really
it's
good.
just the damage is the
The
thing that
damage
gets me.
and the dice.
Yeah. All right.
I love the turning. I love the markers. I
I've
even
got
like the
one
wind.
red, 1, and 1. All right. So what was the blue? Is the light?
Blue is
Heavy.
heavy. L is light.
Okay.
And that's
Red
1
is light.
damage each.
And then the C is the
3 damage each.
yeah, as the black. All right, and I'm looking for
Which one are you firing at first?
We're going right here first.
Okay, anglerfish. This guy's crippled.
Yeah, so we're looking for 6s, 7s because you're still submerged.
Yeah.
There we go.
87. Joe is
Just
87.
1 crit with the blue.
See, and
That's
if you
a
hit
heavy.
your crits, then you can also do more damage.
Yeah, so that's 2 points,
2 points of damage.
and then the crit of 6, which is a D3 plus 1.
D3. What'd you roll?
6.
You rolled a 6.
Yeah.
D3 plus 1.
So 4 more.
Yeah. See,
So-
that's kind of annoying.
6 points of damage.
Having to roll on that chart.
Yeah, yeah.
What I would do is I would have a deck of critical cards, and you
Yeah.
flip the card and
Yeah.
do what the card says.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, how much damage did you say?
6 total.
6 total. Okay, that my guy's already hurting on that one. That's the crippled one, which was the angler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
that's what I needed.
6. That's exactly what you needed.
Yeah.
It is destroyed. See, and then this turn to it's going fine.
Yeah.
It's going fine, but I will agree that it lacks that kind of what do you call it, cinematic feeling when you're rolling that dice,
Yeah.
because there's so many hit points involved. But I think it'll even out over time, so we'll see. All right. Next, I think this guy. Your guy, and then I'll go with this
Okay.
one. The guy and that guy.
So what's the range for indirect, you said?
22.
22. Oh, I'll indirect him.
Well, you gotta move first, unless you anchored.
I'll anchor.
Okay.
2 dice, right?
2 dice. -2 plus over 10. No, that doesn't. Just -2.
-2.
So
but you're
8.
submerged.
9.
9, but it goes down 1 because they got good ordnance or some accurate ordnance. So it's only
Are you sure? That's every ship?
no, just
Just that guy?
just this guy. Yeah. So we're still at -2. So 8, a 10, and a 7.
God dang it, 10.
All right.
Okay, so that was a D6 damage for indirect plus your crit. So 3 plus whatever you're doing on the crit.
9.
9 is D6 plus 2.
5.
5 plus the
8. So 8 total.
Okay. And that was to my what?
That turtle thing.
To one of my turtles. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turtles are 40
Wow.
each. Yeah.
That's,
They're beefy.
so yeah, I have to hit them like I have to hit
Okay,
'em
so
5
if you-
times with this.
5 times over the course of 8 turns is very possible,
Yeah.
but there's going to be other moving pieces and everything.
That's
Okay.
if I hit. That's
And that's if you hit
and
on 8.
Yeah.
And you did a crit.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Okay, so that guy went. So mark him.
Yeah.
And then we'll do my turtle. I think what I need to be doing is just like, eliminating the small ships. Okay, we'll go. Turtles move at.
Miss Scarlet. Hey, she just moseyed in.
Depending on whether they are on land or in water.
Stop it.
What?
On land, the average walking speed is typically 3 to 4 miles per hour for land turtles like the soft shell,
Oh
while tortoises
my God.
in water, the average swimming
Shut
speed
up,
is around
Google.
10 to 12 miles per hour for many sea turtles. The fastest
For
fastest turtle
bro,
is-
shut the fuck up.
Is that one in the cartoon?
35 kilometers
35 kilometers per
per hour.
hour. That's the fastest turtle.
Like a grapple if I need to.
Yeah.
How are turtles at fighting? 3.
To a 2.
Yeah, but they're not good fighters. That sucks.
Just shoot him. He's
Yeah,
almost
well,
dead.
I just want to.
Oh no, he's only got 2 hit points off.
Yeah, he'll die.
Yeah. If you shoot both of those at him, he'll die this turn.
well,
Oh,
he might
actually,
die
all
right.
three. All 3 of them.
He might die right now. So 3 blues and 2 blacks. 3 blues, 2 black.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Firing at +2.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Let me go get him.
maybe.
Yeah, the Broncos. They're
No crits, but
lesser of 2 evils.
all hits.
I'd rather see them go than Kansas City. So
All hits. So
All hits, wow.
so this
6.
was 6 damage here.
12
2,
damage.
4, 12 damage.
he still has 1 left.
Man, get out of here. You serious?
Yeah, he has one left.
Well, then I will grapple or attempt to grapple with a, what was it, a 5+?
Yep.
Failed to grapple.
Yeah, he has one left. Ugh.
All right, well, it's your turn.
All right. He's done. Oops. He's done. He's done. That's my last one. I have to turn back around. What's his turning radius? He is a red. This way. Move up 4 and 4.
I think you need to go 4 first and then move.
Okay.
Yeah. And then turn.
Then
right?
turn. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, wasn't sure about that. And then. Another.
And you don't have to go the full 4 if you don't want to. On that second one.
Actually, I can't really go the full 4. I'll just stop right there. And then shoot. Try to shoot these guys.
Okay.
And it's over, and they're tiny. So I'm looking for 8s. With 1 C. Where's my... Oh, actually, a C. How? It's only 8, right? A C is only 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out of range. No. Go ahead.
Okay, that's all your guys moved, right?
Yep.
So I just got these 2,
Yep.
and let me finish off with them. You said this only has 1 health left, so I should be able to kill him with that. So
Yeah.
I'm going to focus this guy on that. Let's do this one first. He moves, I think, 4 or 5. That actually moves 6. We don't have to go the full amount. Okay, and oh yeah, this was the indirect fire, and oh, you know what? It's better to shoot this. Oh, it's only 1 dice, so. Yeah, screw it. I'll just fire at him. -2 for indirect, 2 for point blank. So 6 or above to kill him. He's dead. So roll the 7. Boom. Okay, that guy's done. And then my final guy over here is. Essentially done no damage to any of your big guys, right?
Yeah, you have.
Who is damaged?
He's pretty banged up.
All right. Okay.
Well, he's about half, almost half.
Okay, I'm gonna go 4
About a quarter.
inches here,
And he just barely scratched him.
and then with 10 inches there. We're gonna have to go another 4 if we don't want. Yeah. All right, we're gonna shoot that guy. Cool. And his guns were 3, 2 black, 3 blue. Firing. These don't do anything, and I don't think we needed 6s. So really just 1. That's hilarious.
So 2 damage.
So it's 3 damage
3
for the
damage?
black dice.
Okay.
And then we roll on the critical. 4 or 6. 6 is the shitty one. D3 plus 1. 4. So 4 plus 3 from the initial hit. So 7 damage total.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. All right, that concludes turn 2.
I put it on the wrong ship.
Okay, with turn 2 concluded, then we go to wind changes. Roll 2 dice, Jay.
Ready. 4, 5.
5. No change in the wind this turn. So we go in activation from this direction. I think it's going to be this one, this one, this one, this
Yep.
one. So we'll go with mine first. Now we are in a boarding action right now. And I do think that keeping you tied up is better than your guns firing and stuff. So I'm going to continue the fight on the crew versus crew. Let's see if there's any bonuses on subsequent fights. Okay. Resolve a boarding action. I can repel borders or disengage. We'll repel borders, which is resolve another boarding action between these. Both ships now fight each other using D10s for their crew strength. First boarding action. So now there's no bonuses. Okay, so it's just 6s. I roll 9 dice and you get a 6. The only other thing that matters is if I can get multiple ships to grapple you, then I get more bonuses. But other than that, it's just back and forth. Mine 9 dice, 6s.
Yep.
We're looking for criticals. We got 2 criticals,
Nice.
and we only got 2 hits. So it's was it 2 damage each? So 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 total damage plus whatever the 2 criticals are. Let's check the criticals. God damn it. 6 through 8 is the shitty one.
Yeah.
So 2 more damage for that critical. And this critical is a shitty one. Get out of here. 4 more damage. So how much total? That was a 4 plus 2, 6. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 plus 6. Something like that.
Yeah. I got it.
Okay, and you roll all these. And thank you to Powdered Toast Man. We are fighting back and forth.
1 crit.
Single crit. But how
And
many hits?
Same.
Okay.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Wait. It's oh, because you rolled the green dice in there?
Yeah.
I can't see the green dice. What did the green
Yes.
dice roll?
It was a 6.
Okay, so 10 damage right off the bat.
Yeah, and then 1 crit.
1 crit.
Snake eyes.
Uh-oh, that's big, I think. So let me give myself 10 to make me 34. And then we'll look at what a 2. Sail engine critical hit. The ship takes an additional D6 plus 2. And then reduce the ship's current speed from battle speed to steady. If the ship is already anchored or grounded, it suffers a further D3. So do D6 plus 2.
So 7 more.
And then a D3.
D3. 2 more.
So 7, 8, 9. So 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're at 43 damage on a 98 health whale. And I don't know how many damage I got on you.
You're on 28 on 28 on 112.
So
Shit.
1/4 of the damage on you. And then you're about 1/3 of the damage on me, I guess. Okay. That was the end of that one. Which, okay, I see this. You're gonna get an activation, which means we would go
Do it
again.
again,
So
yeah.
it's almost okay. So boarding does help back and forth, but the next person in line is this one, I think.
Okay. So let me move up 4. And then turn.
24-hour stream. When the hell is that happening? Oh, that Mubot announcement is wrong. I already did the war sale. Alex needs to fix that.
And then we'll go 4 more. All right, we'll go shoot both ways now.
All right, this is where the dwarves are getting bang for their buck
So this is 4.
by shooting on both sides.
This one is. Okay. All right, so he's got 4, needing 4s here, and needing 6s over there.
Well, 4's here, -1 for submerged, so 5.
Yeah, so 5s.
Then
5s.
same.
Okay.
So which one do you want to do first?
We'll do the 5s.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, firing here to here. Go.
Yep. 2.
2. 2 what?
2 damage. 2 hits. Heavy cannon. So 4 damage.
4 damage.
And then the other side on the squid,
1, 2,
Calamari
3,
over there.
4. Yeah.
Needing 6s. Not a 1.
Okay. Escaped that one.
All right, he's done.
Okay. I think it's gonna be this guy.
Yep.
So you have a little bit better.
Yeah, I've got 5 dice, 4 dice.
I don't know.
Yeah, 4 dice. Those are Ruin X.
Oh shit! What I do is I only have 2 dice over here for this guy.
2, 3,
Okay.
4 to your 2. Which color dice?
I need 6s. Neither one.
I got 2 crits.
Really?
Yeah, so 4
4 damage plus whatever these 2 criticals are.
All right, so first crit is a 10.
10 is major structural damage, d6 plus 2.
5.
So 5 plus the 4 you did, so
9.
9 so far.
All right, and then the next crit is 10 again.
So give me another one of that.
Oops. So 7 more. 16 total.
16. You blew it up. It only had 16 destroyed. Damn it. Ba-boom. So I hit you, but you blew me up.
All right. So
Yeah, I shouldn't have picked a boarding fight with the dwarves because the dwarves are buff and tough.
this guy.
Yeah.
So I shoot then ram, right?
You move first. So you're going to move first. So you're either going to anchor or you're going to ram me.
Oh, so anchor.
Okay.
Anchor. Yeah.
Anchor and then fire.
Yeah, fire. He has 2 heavies in the front. Nope, 2 lights in the front. Because that is the Ruin X, right? Yeah, 2 lights in the front.
You're at point blank, so that's +2, -1 for my submerged.
Yep, so 5.
So 5.
A crit and a 7. So 2 damage. And then 1 crit.
2 damage and 1 crit.
Crit is a 9.
9 is the major structural damage, d6 plus 2.
So 6 more damage.
So 6 plus 2 from the initial.
Yeah, total of 8.
8.
On the calamari.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. The calamari will respond by I'm anchored, and
We just got anchor shooting each other in the face.
I might want to ram you because I think my ship is bigger than your ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my ship is bigger than your ship.
You're a large? Are you large? Or
I
medium?
am. I'm a large.
Okay.
Are you a large?
Dang, I should have got
Are you
the
a medium?
bonuses for that. It's all right. Medium. I'm a medium.
You're a medium. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I will. Actually, don't know what's better.
Shit, point blank is better.
Yeah. Yeah, because all it would do is I would roll 2d10. We both would roll 1d10. I would get another d10 for being larger. Yeah, no, I'm just going to anchor and then shoot you with 2 reds, 2 blues, 2 blacks. 2 reds, 2 blues, 2 blacks, point blank. 4s. Yeah, so that's 2 hits with the blacks.
6.
6, and then these reds are what? 1, so 7, 8, and then
The 3 hits?
Or hold on, what is it? No, it wasn't a 3. It was a 4. I spend it. The reds are just 1 hit each, and then blues are the 2, and blacks are the 3. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 damage.
Okay.
All right, and then the attempt to grapple fails. That sucks.
Yeah. 26. Okay.
All right, your big ship.
So 10 dice. Looking for 6s. 6. Not as good this time. All right, so 1 crit and then so a total of 8 first and 1 crit. 8, 9, so d6 plus 2. So another 6, so 14 damage.
Okay. 14, so that's 57. All right, yeah, they're getting a little bogged down, tedious there. I think a different mechanic maybe when we get boarded would be nice and cool resolution. Okay, so what was it? 6s. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits at 2 apiece. That's 10
points.
damage. You gave me 17, right? Or
Yeah.
I don't know what you gave me.
18. It's 14.
You gave me 14 while I gave you 10. You're just kind of going back and forth there. All right, next. You already went with that one. It's going to be that small one.
All right, he's anchored and he's going to indirect on the turtle, this turtle right here.
Okay.
So, give me
I
one-
am
one-
slowly
one blue.
losing now. I don't have an advantage anywhere.
Nope.
What makes the dwarves so powerful is they have so many guns, and they have better crew, and I can't get around. So what is the advantage of the sea creatures when you're playing?
They're harder to hit.
Now, the sea creatures are harder to hit, and what I need to be doing is maneuvering like this. So you don't have any guns in the back.
Yeah, I do.
Well,
all
you
my
have fewer guns in the
Yeah,
back. I'm
exactly.
assuming
Yeah,
is
yeah,
your
yeah.
weakness.
Yeah.
So if I just drive, spin in place, and then hit you, that's what I think how I should be playing these guys. I don't think I'm done any damage, basically. That guy has a little bit of damage
Yeah,
because
he
I
has
put
damage.
that there.
He has damage.
All right, here's damage too. Yeah, maybe we'll go drive over there and shoot. I wonder what the rules are for shooting into combat like that. I think it should be fine. I think I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna try to go for a moral victory and just blast the hell out of your
Yeah, makes sense.
dreadnought. Okay, these turtles have 3 and 2. That is plus 2 for point blank. Oh, and I think there is, if you're stopped, there might be another bonus. Yeah. So if you're anchored or grounded, it's a +1. So there's 3. So that's need 3s on these.
Okay.
All of them hit. Blues do 2 damage each,
Yeah.
and blacks do 3 damage.
12 damage.
12 damage. I'm basically going to do the same thing with this. And 3s, 1 miss. So blues do, what is it?
2.
So these 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 damage.
Okay.
And I'm not going to grapple because you would kill me. And then I think this guy goes next.
So, move him 4. And he'll turn. He turns red. And then we'll shoot at that guy.
All right.
So 1 of each. Point blank. But you're submerged and tiny.
Yeah.
So 6s again.
Well, yeah, it would be, how are you getting back to
So +2 for point blank, but -1 for
submerged?
and
And it's a -2 for tiny. That's a tiny.
okay, so 7s.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, my guy. We'll go the 4 or 5 inches. These guys go. Oh, these guys go 6. Yeah, I guess we'll just everybody shoot at the thing. These guys have just 1 indirect, and we remove the negative for point blank, so 6. Got it. And D6 damage, 3 damage. Pitiful.
That's ridiculous.
Pitiful damage.
All right, so Fury will go. He move. No, so move 4. 4. And then move 4. That's it, yeah. All right, so looking for 9s. 9s. Yeah, looking for 9s. Nope, 2 2s. All right, that's all it.
Okay. So this is now, that was turn 3.
Yeah,
We're
it's
moving
turn
into turn 4. Roll 2 dice for the wind.
9.
9. No change in the wind.
Okay.
Okay, but we need to start seeing if there's surrendering happening, nerve tests, right? To see if anybody's at half health. I don't know if anybody's at half health. My guy is not at half health. Oh, 57. He's at half health. Okay, so my whale is crippled. And when I activate with my whale, which is what I'm having to do right now because of the direction of the wind, I need to take a nerve test or I surrender.
30, 40, 50.
So, oh, I needed to drop 2 cards here and draw 2 more magic cards. Okay, so Leviathan, oh. Well, what do you do for the nerve test? Uh-oh. Because we just have normal crews on. Everybody has normal crews.
Yeah.
I think I'm about to surrender. Surrender. If a ship surrenders, it remains in place. Colliding. Disengage. That's a skill test. I assume this is called a nerve test. Yeah, it just says you must make a skill test known as a nerve test. But I can't find any difference between the nerve and the skill, so I assume it's just the same. Uses the same stuff. So crew experience is one of the most important. Because I'm going to surrender if I don't roll a 5 up.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell. Let's just roll. Hey, I don't surrender. I get 1 more turn. So 1 more turn. I can either break free. I think I need to be really using my force to its... what I need to be doing with that extra large ship is slamming into all the small ships.
Right.
That's what I need to be doing.
Right.
Instead of getting tied up with the one ship that is better than me, essentially. Yeah. So let's try to break away so that I can move. See how that works. Disengage. Must pass a skill test. It will automatically pass from a ship that has surrendered. Okay, and you haven't surrendered. Which, by the way, are you at
3 points away?
3 points away. Okay, so I need a 5+ to keep moving. Otherwise, do we fight? If it fails, it must fight. It must repel borders. So there's no point in not trying. So I'm going to try to get out of here on a 5-up. Failed to get out. So we fight. All right, 6s.
So you only have to do 3 points, and you're going to force me to test, and I have to roll a 5 to stay here.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3. I only did 3 hits to you. 2, 4, 6 damage.
6 damage. Yeah, I mean, still,
That's enough to make you test.
Yeah, it'll make me test.
But you get to hit back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Long ass fight, yep.
All right, it's a 3, 6. 1 more?
No. Oh, 1 more.
All right, looking for 6s. Here we go. I did as good as you did this time. All right. 10 points of damage.
Okay. Oh, 67. All right. Now, I think it's your, well, probably that one.
Probably that one, yeah. So that's just 2 shots looking for.
I am stopped, so that's a +1.
Yeah.
-1 because I'm submerged, so evened out.
Yeah.
+2 for point blank,
And
so
then
4s.
4s, 3s because you're big, large.
Correct.
So 2 hits, so 2 points of damage.
You're joking.
That's serious.
That's all you have in the front of that gun?
Yeah, it's 2 lights.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm lucked out here. I'm in a good position with my squid here.
Yeah.
I'll go with the squid, which is
it
2 reds, 2
red-
blues,
yeah.
2 blacks.
Yeah, there you go. And that'll put a crippling on you.
On who?
On this guy.
You think so?
Yeah.
Actually,
he
so I'm point blank
Yeah.
with 2 plus. Yeah, that's just it. Plus, it's just a +2.
Yeah, if you can get some damage on him, he'll
So
be
4s.
destroyed.
Of course, I gotta roll like shit. Basically, I hit
6
you
6 damage.
6 damage.
So,
Crippled?
No, 1, 2, 3,
Gotta be a cripple.
4, 5, 6. So 1, 2.
It's a cripple.
10, 20, 30, 32. Yeah, just barely. 32.
Okay.
And by 1. So it's crippled.
And I am gonna try to do the 5-up boarding.
Okay.
It sucks, man. The tentacles should do something to help. I think a +1 to that would have been nice.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right, so they're there. Me. I gotta see if I surrender. 5 or 6.
Why is there a bead on him? You haven't gone with him yet.
Now I have.
So do you surrender?
I do.
Oh my God. What does a surrender actually mean?
He's done.
So you just got, without realizing it, because you're hacking away at my whale's back,
Yeah.
you realized this could take forever. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, crippled ship surrender. If a ship surrenders, it remains in place, but it can no longer be activated. Place a surrendered marker by the ship as a reminder. It will still attempt to avoid collisions and can still fight in further boarding actions made against it, but with an additional -1 modifier. Okay, so we're actually still going to be in combat.
Really?
Unless I break free, which I'm going to try to break free, essentially.
So let me take my smacks at you.
Well, no, you're done. You surrendered. You can't activate anymore.
I thought you said we were in combat.
If I
if
fight
you fight again,
then
okay.
you get
then I
bounced on the-
can fight back. Okay,
Right.
I got you.
Next is.
Well, that's it, man.
You think so?
Yeah,
That was a huge turn.
that's
then.
We're done.
Hold on. Let me do this.
How many points does the squid? I mean, how many health does the squid have left?
The squid has 68 minus 15.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm not gonna.
43?
Do anything to it. I'm done.
You think you're dead?
Yeah. He's dead. He's dead. I got these guys, and they can't really do anything.
How many health points does he have?
He's
left?
got like 10.
10 health left.
Yeah. And then if you just sit there and shoot this guy.
Let me just finish out this turn since
Okay.
we set all this up. It
All
looks
right.
real nice. I'm going to finish this turn. Okay, so with the creatures and their special ability, the turning angle, if anchored or moving steady, a ship can 180.
Yep.
But I'm already grounded, so I could just go in whatever direction. How much hit points does that thing have?
Like 15. Yep, 15. Oh, no, 20. 20.
Oh.
Those ones are 15.
And this one is crippled now.
Yeah, he's pretty much dead. He's about to be. He'll die in like 9 more.
All right, we're doing the strength of the sea monsters, which is basically whipping around in place and just firing at that guy. We're gonna basically do that because the way this is, I'm just gonna do all three, and then you can do that guy. So all three of these guys into this one dude. Let's see how how effective that is. So the turtles have 2 blues, turtles have 3 blues, 2 blacks. So first turtle into him. We need, let's see, 4s, I believe.
No,
Yeah,
6s. You're more than 3 away.
more than. No, it's for point blank. It's 3, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All of them are 3 away. So
Okay.
Just 6s.
So 2 hits, 1 with a 3 damage and 1 with a 2 damage.
Cool.
So that's 5 damage. Second turtle needs 6s. I've got 2 crits. So 3 plus so 7 damage right now.
Okay.
Without the crit. Ooh, that's a big boy number.
It's
11.
I think that's just D6 plus 1.
Crippling damage. It's on an 11 or 12. The ship takes an additional D6 plus 4.
Okay.
Place a blaze
10
number.
more.
Ooh, 10 damage. Place a blaze marker near the ship. So now your ship is on
10,
fire.
25, 25, 29.
25 and
29,
it's on
29.
fire. How many does it have left?
42.
It has 42 left?
No, he has 42 total.
Okay, and I did
29.
29, so
29
almost
total.
knocked it out and crippled it.
Yeah. Cripple's at 31. You got a couple more before cripple.
Okay, well, that's all my ships. Fire the rest of your ships, and we'll see where this ends up. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 ships to fire.
Yeah, it doesn't,
I think
it
you
doesn't
could
really
do
matter.
quite a bit of damage.
No. Let's do this one first. It's just 1 dice. No, miss.
Miss.
All right. We'll anchor that one and shoot at that. So that's 3 dice, I think. 3 heavies. Grimstone. No, that's 4 heavies.
Damn it, now on calamari.
4 heavies. Looking for 6s. 6s? No. Looking for 5s.
Yeah. Because of the submerge.
Yeah. So
There's a crit
1.
and 2 hits.
Yeah.
So the reds are only 1 damage each. So
no,
there's
I'm just using. They're
Oh.
all the same. They're all H's. So 6 damage plus a crit.
Okay, 6 damage plus a crit.
9. So it's D6 plus 1.
D6 plus 2.
So 8 more.
How
So
much?
9. 17 total.
17 on the squid.
Yeah.
That would be 17 on the squid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Squid's still good.
13,
It's no big
14,
deal.
15, 16, 17. That's 32 out of 68. A few more damage to
Yeah.
cripple me.
This guy.
I mean, you could cripple the squid, and then if I surrender, then it swings back to your side.
I don't have anything to get over there.
Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, I could shoot at this guy maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's go up and shoot at this guy.
Which one?
The
small
turtle.
one?
The turtle that's
The
hurt.
turtle that's hurt, and okay.
That's not. Oh, that's the Fury. Two H's. Is that 3 inches?
Yeah.
That is 3 inches. What's the size of the turtle?
I don't know. Turtle is medium.
Okay, so it's -1 for submerged, +2.
So 5s.
5s, right? 1 hit. So 2 damage. This is
That's the
it's
one
ridiculous,
thing that
man.
I don't like.
All right, so that's pretty much that's everybody.
Yeah.
I fired them down.
All right, that was the end of the turn 4. We will stop here at turn 5 and declare a sea monster victory.
We didn't get our sashimi today.
No sashimi for you. Instead, it is a victory for the sea creatures. And okay, well, Armada, I like this game very, very much.
Yeah.
The only thing that I wish was different that would take it from like a 6 or a 7 out of 10 to a 9 or a 10 out of 10 is that the die rolling system, it's fine, but it feels like we're tinily chipping away.
Yeah, it seems a little held back. Like the damage is held back a lot.
Like there's turns where you're shooting at a 97 health ship and you're only doing
2
4
points of
damage,
damage. Yeah.
2 or 4 points of damage. Now, I don't know if there's ever a situation cinematically where that feels good. So it's like a feel bad right there.
Yeah.
Now, granted, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to, I don't know, close the distance, which we did.
We did.
And you're supposed to grapple, but you're not going to take a small ship and grapple a huge ship
Right.
because you die.
Yeah.
So, and it's just the damage resolution, you know?
Yeah.
You don't need to have that fine granularity of 117 points of damage. You can reduce it down to, I have 10 wounds.
Yeah.
These big-ass dreadnoughts have like 12 wounds in them, you know.
It's
but I
already-
guess
yeah.
the argument against that would be that, well, the game would go too quick, Jay.
But it's already hard to hit. All right. Mm-hmm. So because a lot of times you're hitting on 8s, 9s, 10s.
But
Unless
how
you're
would
in
how would we
close.
do it in the sense that what they're trying to do is simulate these huge behemoths?
Yeah, these big. I see what they're trying to do. You know, last.
I
these-
think
these
it
have these-
actually
I don't
works
know.
fine. I think it works fine.
It could.
I just wish there was that extra oomph or something.
Yeah, but like you said, if I
Magic system, maybe.
I shoot. Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe the magic, and then if we add some of the like
better crews
and different
some of
things
the-
like that, better gunnery.
that would help it out.
That would
bring
help
it
it
up
out.
to a 7
Yeah.
out of 10, maybe 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm at a 6. I like it, but it's just the damage just seems.
I just
so hard
love
to
the
do.
miniatures. To me, are a 10 out of 10. The miniatures, the look of it,
Yeah.
the factions of it, that's
Miniatures
just
are great.
awesome. I love it. The fact that, and then there's modules. You add magic, you add flying dragons and things like that.
Yeah.
If there was just something that could, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
But because let's see, I think the other way to do it was how Aeronautica Imperialis does it, where there's low hit points,
Yeah.
but it's hard as hell to get that hit.
Yeah.
So you have to hit like
And it's,
5s
It's
on
almost
a D6.
like that. It's almost like that.
almost like that.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
almost like that. But you're still. I mean, you're taking 112.
And then
wounds.
look at what is its competitor, like Dystopian Wars.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it the same thing? Like there's tons of health.
Well,
You're rolling tons of dice. Those
Yeah.
dice can explode.
right.
But you don't, there's a lot less chart look up there.
Yeah.
It's just, brrr, okay, I total all this up, I do 27 damage to you.
Yeah, and I have 25.
And I, yeah,
or
and
something like
I
that,
have, 40 health or something.
Yeah.
But I never looked up on a chart,
Yeah,
or
because
I didn't have to remember the blue dice is 3 damage, the red dice is 2 damage, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to do a little bit of that math. If I could just roll the dice and be done with it, I feel a little faster and better.
But I think
I would probably I think what it is I would add armor. So
the armors.
like armor values, so it's
Armor
like I'm
values,
just
yeah.
straight up rolling. I got 11 cannon hits, and then depending on, your armor or the range or whatever,
That would
that's
just
how
roll.
much damage would be done.
Well, that just prolong it. If you're adding armor to
Well,
it.
I
and
want to prolong it, Jay. I want these to be big behemoths. I'm trying to solve the problem where,
It's already.
I want it to be 100 health or feel like 100 health.
Yeah.
but without the granularity of rolling 2 or 3 dice against a hull of 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think
I'd have to think about it.
I think we just you need to turn down the amount of hit points you have, or
But
hull
if you turn
points.
down the amount of hit points, then
You're
the game will
still-
just go super fast.
And I don't think so.
I think the game pacing was perfect. We're in turn 5,
Turn 5.
and we're already having ships surrender, and things
Yeah.
are swinging back and forth.
Yeah,
If it went to 6, 7, 8, we'd be, one of us would be dead.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it actually works perfectly. So what I'm saying is the
don't know.
game works perfectly. For
But if-
some people, they don't mind this system.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like
Oh,
the
yeah,
way
yeah.
it is, and I don't want to change it. But for me, I just need that one little thing
yeah,
on
it just
that
feels
dice.
like it just feels like I'm hitting you with one cannon, and if I hit you, it does one damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think.
I mean, I have to have my whole fleet shoot at you.
Yeah.
But
I think what I would do is I would go for crits. But in these times, you would need big cannons, small cannons, grape shot, some of these different styles, and that's what this game kind of simulates.
Yeah, I mean, I think. I don't know. Like you said, it's probably fine, but it just feels bad that
Oh,
I hit you with
I know what it is. I know what
5
to do.
shots and it's only
I got
1
it.
damage each.
I got it, Jay.
Yeah.
And this is cool. I would get the system from Doom, the board game, the original from Kevin Wilson and Fantasy Flight Games. And what that does is you have custom dice, right? So they're already kind of doing that right now with this custom dice, right? But each dice would be different. So your heavy cannons, let's say they're all 6-sided dice, right? The heavy cannons would have more damage pips on them, but fewer, let's say, range pips, right? And so when you fire your heavy cannons, it's like they go only short. So I roll, and I got 15 damage. If I total up all the pips of damage, 15 damage, and then I total up all the range pips at 10 inches. You know what I mean? And then that way you can have your grape shot cannons, which will do crew damage. So there's different pips for that. So you can simulate your crew getting hit versus your hull getting hit.
Yeah.
And I would do custom dice. And then I would add a deck of cards for critical damage instead of having to look it up.
That might be better.
And that, to me, and combine that with the system that they have already developed with everything else, the turning is great, the wind is great, the boarding, all that other stuff, you'd make a 10 out of 10. So, all right, cool. Well, that's Armada, guys. We had a lot of fun with it, and I love pirates and fantasy factions on the open sea. I think next time we might actually try Victory at Sea, which is a World War II game, and it's actually based on one of the best rule sets I've ever played. And in fact, I helped develop. It's Babylon 5, and they converted that Babylon 5 system into World War II. And I helped, I did the shadows for Babylon 5, some of the shadow ships in Babylon 5, A Call to Arms from Mongoose Publishing. But they went on and worked with Warlord Games to develop Victory at Sea. So next time we'll be doing Victory at Sea with some naval combat. With
Big boats.
Boats and carriers with planes and shit. So
That'll be
come
cool.
join us then, and we will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Thank you, Nathan, Kate, Katachan, man. Appreciate you. Wonton Sushi for the 3-month streak and supporting the show, and everybody else. Powdered Toast, man. We had Real Guy Josh come by. Raposia came by. Jan Bathist and Iron Man Phoenix. We love your support so much. The Chirul kids kicked us off. So thank you, guys. Bye, guys.
Bye.